Alrighty. Hi, guys. This is Adriana with Avon. I just wanted to come talk about the few different incentives that we have going today. Well, not today, but for this year of 2019, and talk about how we can work on earning those incentives. So the first incentive that started actually in 2018 and is continuing now through campaign 8 is the Jamaica incentive. And this is the paper that you can get on how to earn it, the points that you need. To earn the towel, you need 1,000 points. To earn the tote and the towel, you need 2,000. The mirror and brush set is 3,000. The trip for one is 5,000, and that'll earn everything else below it. And the trip for two is 7,000, and that earns, again, everything below it. The way to get this is one, the easiest way is to promote a new leader to title for the first time. So I have never been promoted to bronze ambassador. So if I were to move up to bronze ambassador, then my upline would get 1,000 points for me, or for me titling up. Now, if um, oh, I'm so sorry. No, I would get 1,000 points because I'm the first time that I've ever titled up. She would actually get 500 for promoting me as her first generation to a new leadership title. You can also get points for having qualified new recruits, both Alma and personal. Alma is our uh, it's Avon lead management assistant, if I remember correctly, and it's where someone has went on to Avon and expressed interest in becoming a representative, and then they didn't go through a representative site to do that. So Avon takes that contact information and gives it to a representative who is qualified to become a leader or to add them to their team. Another way is by selling up to 300. If you sell from $300 to $499, you get 100 points. And if you sell 500 or more, you get um, 200 points. Give me one second. I have someone trying to get onto the Zoom. So sorry. Okay. So this incentive it started in campaign 25 of last year and is going until campaign 8. And hopefully a lot of people are going to be going to Los Cabos, Mexico. I'm not even sure that I mentioned that, but we'll be going to Los Cabos. The next incentive is, well, actually, we're going to go to the next way to earn your uh, online double dollars. It's another incentive that Avon does. Double dollars usually is just all sales, all online sales, all face-to-face sales, everything. Now they're actually doing it as double dollars online only to try to help us boost our online orders. And this is going to be through August 6th. So until Avon's Rep Fest, which this year is in New Orleans. I'm excited about that. That is going to be my one vacation this year, I'm hoping. Maybe another if I can earn that Los Cabos. So we're giving you double dollars on all of your online sales through RepFest. No products are excluded. This is your fast track to President's Club where you'll receive guaranteed earnings and recognitions. 3 ways to double your dollars even faster. One is always share your online store link with every message you send to a customer. 2 is share the benefits of shopping online with your customers, available 24/7, real-time inventory, exclusive deals, orders are delivered straight to their door. And the third is share your posts through Avon Social that link directly to your online store. So another thing is Avon's going digital. Um, so what that means is um, there is now an app, which I'm going to try to get pulled up here, that we can do all of our ordering. I'm not sure if you can even see that. There it goes. But you can do all of your ordering, and you can look at sales. You can look at who has shopped on your website and who has not. You can send out emails. Basically, everything that you can do on your computer, on your back office, you can now do on your phone a lot easier. And it's so much better than the original application that they had when I first started. The other thing is, sorry. The other thing is now instead of Vibe, which is a back office for leaders, it keeps up with all of our team members' information. It is now also on your Avon. Give me 1 second. We got somebody having a issue, so we're going to try to invite her a different way. Okay, so while I'm working on that, oh, I know what happened. Oopsie. I clicked the wrong button, guys. Okay, sorry. Thank you for bearing with me. Hopefully that'll work for her. Okay, so we've talked about Los Cabos, we've talked about Double Dollars. Rep Fest is not an incentive. However, it is a event. It is one of the biggest events that Avon puts together for their representatives every single year. Last year, Rascal Flatts did a private concert, and I believe it was in Ohio. This year, it is hello, hello. All right. Can you hear me okay, Miss Jen? You should be able to just type or talk, either one. Okay, so RepFest is a huge event that representatives get to see the new products. They get to they get to see the new products. They get to experience each other. They get to talk to people who have been selling Avon for many years. They get to meet different people that they are inspired by. There's usually speakers. There's this year a huge party for every first time President's Club members, so that's pretty awesome. So to help us earn money and earn our basically to make our income so that we can pay for Rep Fest, because it is one of the only events that we can't earn this year. We actually have to pay for ourselves. We are doing the digital dollars, the double dollars, sorry, online only. And that is going until Rep Fest. The last incentive, and this one's a little different. This one is the Jamaica. Sorry, it's not in color. But instead of having just next year or just a few campaigns like we normally do to earn our incentive, Jamaica we are actually earning throughout the entire year of 2019, and we will go in 2020 through May 17th through the 21st of 2020. So this one's a little differently. The Los Cabos you were able to sell, recruit, lead, title up, all different ways to earn the trip to Los Cabos. Jamaica, you actually are just selling. So because I've never reached President's Club, my sales goal is, if I remember correctly, 15,000. And in order to earn my trip for one, I have to get my personal sales goal up to, or I have to do 25% of that 15,000 on my online store. So that would mean that I would have to do $3,750 to get my, to get trip for one, and to get trip for two, I just have to do 50% of my personal sales, which is around 7,500. So ideas on being able to reach these. The first thing I'm going to tell you is leave books everywhere. Get books into every single person's hand that you possibly can, and get as much follow-up information as you can. Because when the higher up representatives say that it's all in the follow-up and the riches are in the follow-up, or whatever different sayings they come up with, they're being serious. I am horrible at my follow-up, I'm not going to lie. But when I follow up, I notice that I go from a maybe $100 order to a $300 to $400 order, which makes a huge difference. A lot of your representatives, or a lot of your customers, don't even know that you have an online store, or they don't know that your online store is with all of these different codes to get free shipping or 10% off, or the refer a friend. Refer a friend is one of my favorite ways to gain a new customer and get your current customers discounts. Because who doesn't have friends and family they can send an email to and say, hey, check out this website, and if you spend money, then I get a discount and you get free shipping. And then that person shares and that person shares. So always ask your customers, even if it's not online, to refer a friend. A lot of people give 2 brochures, one for your customer and one for their friend. There's, book tossing is something that Molly Stone Bibb literally built her entire business off of book tossing. And you never toss a current book just because that's throwing money out the door. But you can toss old books and just stick a label on it that says, hey, this is an old brochure. If you'd like a current one, or you see something you really like, just contact me and we'll work out the details. Or obviously something a little bit more catchier than that. Be a model of your own stuff. Do your makeup if you like to do your makeup. Clean your face and show off how bright your face can be. If you are a skincare person, wear the jewelry. I work at a restaurant as well as sell Avon and another job, and I have a jewelry that says, or a necklace on every single day that is an Avon necklace. I get asked about at least once or twice a night. All of my makeup is Avon when I do my makeup. I even have some of the Avon clothes. That's one of my favorites is when somebody says, "Hey, I like your shirt." And I can say, "Thanks, it's Avon," because not many people even know that we have Avon. Another thing is my second job, my restaurant job, has to be very upbeat and outgoing and a lot of energy. And the best way to do that is our natural energy. So I can promote that to my coworkers. And there's many ways to sell. Email your customers when you get a uh, code that they don't know about. Text the ones that aren't on email. I sent out a text message yesterday that just said, "Hey, let's see, what did it say? Hey, Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and Avon has all kinds of new things in store for you and that special somebody. Check out my website and I gave my website. Use code WELCOME10 for 10% off. This is a one-time code only. Or refer a friend and get another 10% off when they spend 25 or more. That is an unlimited referral. You can invite as many friends as you'd like. If you'd like a brochure, let me know. And if you're no longer interested in receiving text from me, please just reply with a stop." And I had a few people that said stop, and I had a lot of people that were, "Hey, give me a brochure. I didn't know you were still in Avon because over the holidays I honestly slacked." All kinds of things. When you leave books around town, do you only leave new books or do you leave expired books too? When I'm leaving them around town, like in doctor's offices or things, I try my best to leave a current book. Granted, we can back order. So that can be like right now we're in campaign 3. So I might be leaving campaign 1, 2, or 3 just because I can back order from those. And I'm trying not to have a million books in my office. And I don't always have time to toss. But that's a really good question. I know a lot of people that will take their books that they are planning to toss and leave those around town with a sticker on it that says there's a lot of little sayings that kind of rhyme or make a little uh, kind of like a song type thing that explain that it's an old book and to get a current book or to get current pricing to just contact the representative. And you can Google those. You will find a lot more than you're expecting. Um, the holidays are always really good for getting brochures into people's hands. Um, I know people that have candy, a bowl of candy for the kids, and then a box of brochures for the adults. I did a trunk or treat last year that got me quite a few customers at my church, so that was pretty good. And things for the trunk or treat, I actually did old brochures just because I was I had so many of them, and I knew that with a trunk or treat, a lot of those brochures were going to end up in the trash or end up underneath a bunch of stuff in a vehicle anyway. So I just kind of did what I had. Now, if you only have old brochures and you're trying to just build your business, get those brochures out. You have a better chance of getting customers with an old brochure rather than no brochure. So always just get the brochures out. That'll be your best option. Another thing that you can do is definitely share from your Avon social. I'm not sure if you've seen that yet. It's really, really awesome. The Avon basically gives you the pictures to use. They give you ideas on what to say. You can uh, add different links. You can even make more links. Like I have a blog that I write in once in a blue moon because I honestly forget about it. And uh, they let me put in the link to my blog. Jen, you asked if you're worried about getting in trouble in your area for tossing and you wonder how to find out if it's okay. I I know you can go to the courthouse and talk to the courthouse or the town hall um, and find out. You can usually Google it. Um, a lot of people find out by just doing. you're never going to know until somebody calls you and says, hey, this isn't allowed, and you may get in trouble, you may not. My personal suggestion is go to the courthouse or the town hall and just ask somebody a little higher up, maybe do some online research to try to get an idea of that. Always pay attention to the no soliciting signs. There's a few neighborhoods in my town where there's signs posted throughout the entire neighborhood, no soliciting. Most people will argue that handing out a brochure is not soliciting. You're just giving somebody an opportunity to look at a magazine. I think that's a fine line, and depending on the person, you're going to step over that line. There's always going to be an argument or something along those lines. So I would just be careful. Talk to somebody in your town hall or your courthouse to find out. They'll definitely know the answer for that. Do you have any other suggestions on how to get your information out there? I send a lot of emails for my personal stuff. Like, I'm in college, so I send a lot of emails to my school. Sorry, my stepdaughters have friends spending the night, and they're starting to get a little loud, so I was just trying to figure out what they're doing. I send a lot of emails for my personal things, for looking for houses, for medical information, college information, and every single email, even if it's not coming from my my Avon email, has all of my information at the bottom of it. So it's my signature is my name, national Avon recruiter and independent sales representative, my phone number, and then links to my Facebook page, my group, my website to order information on becoming a representative, all kinds of things. Jen says, I really don't have a lot of customers yet, so I really need to build my base at this time. Jen, does your mentor, or do you have somebody close to you that's a little bit more experienced? And the reason I ask is not to say that you have to rely on your mentor, because I know plenty of representatives that have never even met their mentor, let alone talk to them. But my mentor took me, we went to a little diner that let us set up a booth, and we did a pop-up event for once a week for like a month or two. And that was how I got a lot of my customers. She sold the product she had on hand because I didn't have a lot of product, and I got everybody's contact information, and it was a really good way to start my business. Lisa Monosoon is one of my favorite people. I love her to death. She has a ton of videos online to watch under. Molly Stone Bibb has a lot of videos as well. And so you can always watch on YouTube. They have tons of information, tons of suggestions. One really good suggestion is the book tossing. Another is to just go out of your comfort zone. You're standing in line at the restaurant or at the grocery store getting ready to check out, and there's a lady behind you. Just make conversation with her. I love your lipstick. Where did you get it? Or I love your lipstick. That's a really pretty color. And the next thing you know, hey, I sell Avon. Would you like a brochure? If they say yes, ask them for their contact information. If they say no, awesome. You're wanting those no's, because that no means that a yes is around the corner. Don't take it personally when people say no. A lot of people say no. Another thing that I did is you can go to Dollar Tree and get these, the shower hooks. I really wish I had one with me. They hang on the back of your door. You can get those and take our clear lip bags with the brochure inside of them and hang them on your car. And people will actually come and take a brochure from your vehicle, and that gets your name out there while you're doing your own shopping. There's people that will take brochures and hang them on the shopping cart. It starts a conversation. Wear a t-shirt that says, actually, I've gotten quite a few of my customers from a t-shirt that I got that says Avon with lips right here on the breast pocket, I guess. And then on the back, it just says Avon across the back, and it says, want a brochure. And people will come up and ask, hey, do you have a brochure on you? Don't wear the shirt without brochures, because you will look very unprepared. I did actually wear the shirt, and thankfully I had brochures in my car, but I ran out of the ones that I had in my car and had to give this lady my contact information that way. And I got her contact information, and I was able to bring her a brochure. There's an application called Shuffle, where it's a virtual business card. I actually really need to get back into it. I loved it when I had it. And you can make, for I think it's $20 a month, you make up to 10 different business cards. You can change them as many times as you want. So in reality, you're making as many business cards as you want. And you can just send those every single campaign, send it to a customer. Hey, just wanted to let you know that a new campaign started. Check out the new products that are coming out. Check out the deals that we have going on. If you have any questions, just contact me. You can send them out for people who have said, hey, I'm interested in becoming a representative. Give them information on that. I had one that would be for letting people know that the order was going to be put in on that Monday or whatever. I would send it out probably the Thursday or Friday before, just to give them time to, I've got to look for that book and go through it. I've got to place that order, all kinds of stuff. I had one for a fundraiser that I did. I had one for inviting people to do fundraisers. There's tons of stuff to do with the shuffle card. A lot of it is trial and error. You're very welcome. I'm glad I can help you. You're gonna find what works for you, and what works for you may not be what works for me. I have personally gotten maybe 2 contacts off of tossing, and I've tossed quite a few books. However, Molly Stone Bibb built her entire business off of tossing. So far it has not worked quite well for me, but it did work really well for her. So it all depends on you and your what works for you, the people around you as well. Another idea is there are vendor events that you could do. Vendor events will help you get your name out and sell the little bit of product that you have on hand. If you don't have a lot of product or don't have the money to purchase a lot of product, find somebody in your state who's willing to split that vendor cost with you. And hey, you can sell the product that you have on hand, and if I can get the customers, that'd be really great. They make money. You won't right then, but you get to start your business. You get to get those customers' names. And you also want to make sure that your e-store is set up, your entire back office is set up, because you can make it to where when people sign up to be a customer of yours, that they can receive emails automatically and you don't have to do anything. Avon sends those out. How do you get businesses to let you leave your books? Now, doctor's offices and stuff like that, a lot of the time I'll leave them in the waiting room, just leave 1 or 2. I'm not trying to bombard anybody's office with a bajillion books. Now, I do go to my dentist office, and I will talk to usually the nurse right there at the counter and explain to them, I'm an Avon representative in the area, and I'd really like to leave brochures for you ladies to look at whenever you get a chance. Do you mind if I leave a few brochures with you? And when you do that, they'll say yes or no. If they say yes, you want to set up a date. Okay, so this campaign closes on the 5th of February, and I would like to come back on the 2nd of February to see if anybody has an order, to get payment and everything like that. If that is possible, would that work for you guys? I'll bring samples and everything with when I come back. Or you can bring samples when you drop off the books. You really have to get out of your comfort zone and ask. The worst they're going to tell you is no. And if they tell you no, on to the next one. Because somebody's going to tell you yes. I actually ended up leaving a brochure, and I just happened to walk into a chiropractor's office. I was trying to figure out where I could leave brochures. And the lady had told me that the nurses didn't particularly want a lot of brochures, but I was more than welcome to leave one or two out in the waiting room. And I did. One of my best customers came from that. I've never been to a chiropractor other than to walk in to leave a brochure. So it was really awesome. Um, and again, there's going to be times that you don't get any customers from the businesses. There's going to be times where you get all of your customers from the businesses. Consistency is key. Follow-up and consistency is key. So if you leave brochures at the doctor's office today and in 2 weeks you go back, you don't have any orders, continue to leave those brochures, because eventually somebody's going to say, oh, there's an Avon book at my work. I'll just order from them. Or they're going to notice that you're actually serious about it, because 9 times out of 10, a lot of representatives that leave books aren't serious. They don't want to put in the effort, or they give up. Don't give up, because it does take time. Nothing's going to happen overnight. Avon is not a get-rich-quick scheme. I don't think anybody's ever claimed it to be. And if they have, then I'd really like to talk to them and find out how in the world they got rich quick, because I could use some money. I think everybody could. But no, it may be an at-home business, and it may be a on-the-side business, or however you want to word it, but it is a business, and businesses take work. They take time. I know that Walmart didn't start up in a day, but look at it now. It is one of the biggest businesses and most well-known businesses in, I want to say the world, but at least the United States. How awesome would it be for your business to be very well known, not only in your town, but in your state, and then in the surrounding states, and then in your country? Like, it would be awesome. I personally am thriving to have a representative in every single state, but also to have customers in every single state. I have a customer in Iowa. I don't have a clue how she even got my information, but she is now a customer in Iowa. So it is awesome. And I love it. Hold on one second. I have one more person trying to get in. Let me send them this information. All right. We have another person trying to join. Sorry about that. Jen, do you have any other questions right now, or any other ideas? Have you thought of anything that might get your business up and going? One of my favorite ways that I have gotten a customer, I do not have the money right this moment to get a decal on my car, on top of I'm working on trading my car in, so there's really no point in getting a decal right this second. When I get my new vehicle, that is one of the first things I'm going to be doing with it. But instead of spending money that I didn't have, and this was actually out of my comfort zone, as funny as it is, instead of spending money I didn't have to get a decal, I actually ended up getting window chalk. It cost what, $3-5 at Walmart, and you can use it for ever. So I ended up getting window chalk and just wrote on the back of my car, Avon by Adriana, my phone number, asked me for a brochure. And I actually got quite a few text messages from that, which, don't text and drive, people. But I'm glad you did, kind of. I really hope nobody got hurt. But it got me out of my comfort zone. I didn't have to talk to people. I drive to work every single day. I drive to the store almost every day, because God knows nobody can tell me what they need the first time I go to the store. So it really got my name out there without me having to put forth much effort. And when people, I also had shuffle when I was doing that. So when people would give me, text me, then I could just send them a shuffle card. When I did this, I also had the brochures hanging on my car. So people could just take a brochure right then, and they have my contact information on the back of my brochure. Nobody knows that you sell Avon if you don't tell anybody. You don't have a sticker that's invisible to you but visible to everybody else that says, I sell Avon or buy from me or anything like that. You have to tell people. You have to get your name out there. You have to get your voice heard. So it does take a little bit of creativity. It takes quite a bit of work. One thing that Lisa, I actually watched a video of hers a couple of weeks ago. She did an at-home party with, I want to say, with one of her new representatives. Her and one of her representatives did an at-home party, and it was phenomenal. That might work for you. That would not particularly work for me just because my schedule is so busy. I don't really have time to do a party. On top of, I have way too many people in my house right now. That ain't happening. Sorry. So there's different ideas out there that can definitely help you, that can definitely get your business out there. I don't know if our other person is going to join today or not. Let's see if I can think of anything else. A lot of people do signs in the front yard. You can get signs at Vistaprint, usually pretty decently priced, and you can make it say whatever you want. A lot of people just say Avon sold here or something along that line. I personally don't like that because I don't like people coming to my house. I also have little kids that live in my house. So the last thing I need is for them to be playing in the yard and some stranger stop to talk to them. I try to teach the kids, don't talk to strangers. As funny as that is, because I talk to strangers every single day. Let's see, signs on the car, signs on the windows. If you work in an office, leave one in your break room. Talk to your coworkers. Half of my customers are my coworkers. Every Christmas, I do my best to send out a Christmas card to everyone, and inside of it will have a discount coupon, which when we personally give discount coupons, that's coming out of our pocket, and they will have to order directly from you. They can't order on your website unless you give, like, the coupon says use code welcome10 to get 10% off, or whatever the refer a friend, like if you have referred a friend, you have a link that they can go to get that free shipping. That's another way to do your coupon code through your online store. I know that I personally have talked to Avon about letting us do our own codes up to whatever we're able to give off. So if you're a President's Club and you start out at 40%, you would be able to give off more than somebody who is not President's Club. But that's not something that's in effect right now. Maybe sometime in the future it will be. But as of right now, just go with what you can. Don't give somebody 20% off if you can't afford for them to take your entire commissions. Don't give somebody 40% off if you only make 20%. You're going to lose your money. Be very smart about it. When you see ideas online, really think it through. I learned this the hard way. It was called Beat the Clock sale, and I did it to where if you spent like $10, you got 10% off. If you spent $25, you got 25% off. And if you spent $50 or more, you got 40% off. Well, the problem with that was I didn't earn 40%. So it really put a damper on my income, and I ended up paying into Avon. So I didn't technically make money, even though there were people that didn't spend the $50 so they didn't get the 40% off. It still hurt me just the same. So really pay attention, and had I paid attention before I sent out, 200 flyers about this to all of my customers, I probably wouldn't have lost so much money. But I honored what I had told people because I want to be known as a reliable and honest representative. I don't want to be somebody who says, oh, I'm going to send you this and never send it. Or, oh, I'm going to give you this and never give it. That's not how you do good business at all. So do we have any more questions so far? Jen, one thing you could do is ask your coworkers to hand the brochure to a friend or a family member that they know. You never know where that referral will get you. And if they do, and they bring you back an order, or that family member calls and says, hey, Jill from your work gave me your brochure and I'd really like to order this, this, and this, give Jill from your work a 10% discount or something, just to say thank you. Even if it's just the, I believe in your 25 kit, you get a moisture therapy lotion. Give her the lotion. I mean, it's not going to hurt you to give a small thank you. It's going to help you, because then she's going to give another person a brochure and another person. And I think you can get a moisture therapy lotion or a small lotion like that for under $5. Is $5 really going to hurt you that much that you can't do it? Or is 10% of her next order going to hurt you that much? I mean, really think about it. Your customers definitely help you build your business. Sorry, I actually had a customer contact me from that email or text message I sent. Trying to think of anything else. Oh, campaign mailer. I don't know if you've ever heard of campaign mailer. It is a bulk mailing system. Now, you don't get the reward sales on this, but say you have 60 customers and it's going to cost you $45 in gas to deliver a brochure to every single customer of yours, and it's going to cost you 3 or 4 hours of your time. I love having a 3-story house, and I hate it at the same time. You hear everything that's going on. Sorry, but say that you don't want to spend that 3 or 4 hours, or you don't have that 3 or 4 hours. You can go to campaignmailer.com, and there is a hyphen on that, and sign up. Put all of your customers' information in, so your email, or not their email, I'm sorry, their address and their name. And then you can even edit what the label on your brochure is going to say. So mine personally, I believe, says my name, my e-store, and the welcome 10 code, I believe. And you can send out those 60 brochures for $30. I don't know if that's the exact price, but for cheaper than what you would if you were to go and deliver them personally. And it's an easy way to get your stuff out. I have over 150 customers. I don't have the money to send out a brochure every single campaign. So what I'm starting to do is send out 10 brochures at a time. If you order, you get another brochure. If you don't, I move on to the next 10. And as I continue to get orders or continue to build my business, I will do my best to add 15 next campaign until I get to that 150. Another thing that I've been taught is I do not take anybody out of my systems. If somebody says, please stop contacting me, I change their name to DNC and then their name, and then I'll change their group to do not contact. And that just lets me know not to contact them anymore, but I keep their information in case they order again. I don't think that they're a brand new customer and start soliciting to them again. I just know to say, hey, thank you, and leave it at that. Same with for campaign mailer. The only difference with campaign mailer, is if you go, I'm probably going to do around 6 campaigns. If you go 6 campaigns without ordering anything, I'm not sending you any more brochures, because that's money out of my pocket that I could be using for my gas, my kids' food, clothes that I might need, whatever I might need. I would probably, Jen says I came from another DS company. Would it be tacky for me to send my previous customers brochures through campaign mailer? I would probably contact them and ask them if, I'm sorry? Okay. I would probably contact them and ask them if they are interested. Just, hey, you were a great customer with this direct sales company, and I have started with Avon, and I would love to give you a brochure if you would like one. If they say yes, awesome. If they say no, that's perfectly fine too. I personally would prefer you to ask, because then it doesn't look like you're selling my information or just giving my information to whoever, even though it's still your name on it. Does that make sense? Because I don't like to be solicited to unless I want to be. I know it sounds really cliche, but the treat others the way you want to be treated, the golden rule, definitely is something to go by in this business to an extent. Would you like for your information to be given to somebody? Probably not. Don't give people's information to other people. Would you like your credit card to be stored on file without your knowledge? Most likely not. Don't store people's credit cards unless they ask you to. Just really think about what they would like. Jen, do you have any other questions so far? All right. Well, I really don't have much more ideas. I kind of come up with a lot of things on the spot, and you're not bombarding me at all. I actually love answering the questions, and you now have me on Facebook, so you're more than welcome to message anytime. I don't mind helping other people. I actually enjoy helping other people. It's one of the reasons that I'm in Avon. So if you have any questions, feel free to message me anytime, and good luck with your business. I hope you succeed at it even more so than you think you will. I'm sure you'll do amazing. All right. I will see you guys later. Thank you.